But after going back towards you, he does state, um, I mean, there's a lot of items here, but I guess that makes sense.
They're nothing too much. Thank you for the business.
Okay.
None. Any of the breastplates magical?
You ask him, and he does state, "Oh, yeah. In fact, I made some of them myself. The red one, is resistant to, fire breath weapon, and the yellow one is resistant to, erosion. Uh, the regular looking one is just a regular looking one. Oh wait, there was one more. And the green one, is resistant to bad breath."
God damn it. Just take the regular one.
Okay.
I'll look over at Aster.
Aster carrying like a pile of cloaks and talismans.
Steal.
Do you mind handing me 250 gold?
Yeah, just a moment. And Aster's going to pass out the cloaks and talismans and put his one on for himself, and then he'll give Milo the money.
Okay. Everyone has Cloak of Disguise and Pendant of Anti-Scrying. That's or anti-cleric magic, whatever you want to call it. And then Asher, you give Milo some cash. Milo, go ahead and roll persuasion.
Yay, -1. I got a natural 20 -1.
It doesn't take much, but an under 20 definitely does it. You give him how much? It was 250?
250.
Yeah. You give him like 250 and he goes, okay, the regular one, so it costs this much and then you get this much change back. He gives you 50 gold back. I think that's right, because it didn't have change the last time I did this. He puts it in the coffers and he gives you the breastplate.
Alright. Damn it.
Like a few minutes after that, unless Shokos is buying something, Jean does eventually come outside.
Does he have a bag of holding?
Let me take a look. He has a bag of holding that holds up 300 pounds.
Is there a price tag on it?
Yeah, looking at it, this all has price tags. He's bad at his job, by the way. Looking at the price tag, it does run 300 gold. He's a spy, not a salesman. If you didn't know he was a spy, he'd just be a terrible employee.
Hey, Astra, I need some money.
Of course. What do you need?
I need enough for this bag.
You see the price tag.
If you can get a better deal, then by all means, but otherwise, and then Astra will hand over 300 gold.
Okay.
I'll look around to see if I can find a lower price tag.
You're mean. Looking around, you do find like an explorer's pack that only costs like 50 gold. They all have like similar price tag looks. So you like remove it, untie it, tie it onto your bag, untie that one, tie it onto that explorer's bag.
Yeah, that was the idea.
I assumed.
Yoko out here popping tags.
I mean, that other guy got away with it. I wouldn't have done it if he had done it first and given me the idea.
Two. And breastplates are 400 gold.
Yeah, you guys are basically getting everything half off. And you wonder why Jean didn't want you to be working with this guy. The nice elven young man looks towards you, Yoko. Oh, welcome. How can I help you?
I found this nice bag that I'd like to buy.
Oh, okay. Takes it. Then looks at it. Doesn't look at the tag. I think it cost 200 gold.
It's not what the price tag said.
Oh, there's a price tag. Like furls it until he finds it. Turns it, furls it. Oh, yeah. 50 gold. I guess that makes sense. It's on there. He like clips the tag and then goes, okay. Do you have it?
And I'll count out the gold for him.
Actually, you needed to roll persuasion before. Sorry.
Oh, well, damn.
With advantage because you did the whole switcheroo. And the tag is there. Yeah, 17's gonna do it. Okay, that makes sense. Cuts the tag and goes, do you have it? You do. You put down 50 gold. Takes it, gives you the bag of clothing. Alright. From what I've been told, it carries 300 pounds of stuff. If you do have like meals and things, it'll preserve it in there for longer.
That's good to know. Thank you, and nice doing business with you.
Mm-hmm. Then John steps out. Before random NPCs can take more advantage of this guy. John looks towards you guys, nods towards the other patrons, and then looks towards his assistant. So, how's everything going along? Oh, good. I've sold many things. Can I look at the ledger book? Oh, sure. Can we step in the back for a second? And then you just hear shouting after a while. And you then see like the walls of the area of the actual shop like glow red. It like doesn't do anything to you guys. It just glows red. From what you can tell, some arcanic thing has been casted in the building right now. Marie then like puts the clothes back. So I'm not gonna get my clothes today, based off of all the yelling.
Here's a cloak and a amulet. Just wear these.
No, I suppose. They're kind of baggy, though. Like, she puts it on herself, and they, like, form-fit because magical items do that. Oh, that works, I guess. Not really my style, though. But that's kind of the whole point. So, where to next? You see this person just move away from you guys.
Away. I think it's time for us to leave.
Okay. Back on the streets where this all started, you walk away from the shop.
Find a nice little place away from prying ears.
You find a nice little corner of the section of the city that is, well, people are trying to avoid you anyways, so that's easy enough done.
Are they still trying to avoid us?
Did you use the items?
How do these work?
The robes of disguise work as like the hat of disguise, so you just need to focus in on it, and then you just transform. It's just different variant clothing. The scrying
Okay.
pendants are attunement items that you place upon yourself, and then after the 30 minutes of attunement, they auto-work, and no one can scry for you or try to use any clerical magic to hone in on you.
Do the cloaks require attunement?
The cloaks do not, but they have a current expanded time of 1 hour. So you can't like stay in that form all day. They recharge after a short rest. So, use them however you'd like, but 1 hour time limit, then 4 hours of rest. Wait, technically a short rest is 1 hour. Then, hour by hour.
I think we'll just go ahead and attune to the amulets while we talk.
All right.
and I'll fill everyone in on how that he's gonna help us to, as he might, but we need a way to open up a council seat, and I've a vague idea on how to go about that, but I am willing to listen to suggestions.
I mean, someone can. I'm saying this in quiet, hushed,
Yeah.
not where.
Not people. People are still avoiding you. You have yet to transform, so ironically enough, this works to your advantage. People are like far enough away that they can't hear you unless they're like really trying to listen.
I mean, someone could just. Oh no! Tragically, stop breathing.
Right, but we need a way to organize that person to be in the right place at the right time so that we don't indict ourselves. And
True.
I think I have an idea of how to do that. They've made mention that they're doing a lot with the military currently, and I'm sure that extends to hiring mercenaries. I think if we find ourselves a decent enough job, we can find a place to distinguish ourselves and perhaps get invited along as royal escorts or envoys or something of the like, and plot from there.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Well, first we need to make sure we can establish ourselves. Establish ourselves.
I mean, Mary does state we are outsiders, so that's kind of hard to do. But there is a possibility if.
The cloaks are supposed to help us with that.
Yes, we can definitely help out, but we still have like no connections towards anything or anyone. Be that as it may, I could potentially help all of you out on that.
Like I said, I was willing to listen to suggestions.
I attack the town and you save the day.
We're not gonna kill you.
I said save the day, I didn't say kill me. That'd be stupid.
I'm pretty sure that ends with you dying.
Pretty sure.
The guard takes you in,
They kill you.
execution the next day, sort of thing.
I didn't think it through.
No worries. Think.
Question
Yeah?
for Mary.
Hmm?
Your charm. After you've used it, do they realize they've been charmed? How long does it last?
It lasts as long as I need it to, but usually around an hour. They don't realize it's been used as it's a natural effect of just being me. But they are extremely frustrated afterwards if other things didn't happen. I'm talking about sex. If they don't get sex, they get. I believe the term is blue-balled.
Interesting. That might work. I'm sure that this council has meetings. We figure out a way to get hired on as guards or escorts or bodyguards for one of these meetings. You, as a performer, you flirt up with Torok, lead him away to an inn after the meeting,
Blue ball him.
where we will be in the room that you take him to, and do the deed.
And then afterwards, we kill him?
The
He's just gonna
doing
say
the deed.
that.
Doing the deed is killing him.
You're talking to a former succubus. She would so take it that way.
Doing the deed is killing him. Yes.
Yeah, I know. Oh, okay. Learned something new today.
Just so you know, real quick, Mary, you no longer have to do that if you don't want to.
What if she enjoys it?
Yoko is correct. I still do enjoy it. None of you are underneath my guile. I don't know why it doesn't work on you at all. But, I can not doing it. I'll be fine now, thanks to Aster. But it is enjoyable. I just no longer have to kill my partner immediately afterwards.
I didn't mean it. I meant it as if you didn't want to do it. You don't think I don't. Never mind.
Oh, that's what you meant. Oh, that's kind of you.
But what do you think of that plan, Mary? Would you mind helping us out in that way?
I don't mind being arm candy for a military man. I've done it many times beforehand. This will be different, because I won't be the one trying to kill them.
Plus a change of pace, I'm sure.
True.
Now, it might take a bit for us to establish ourselves, but
I have time. Now that I am technically mortal, I think I'm running on the same clock I did beforehand. So that's an elven lifespan, so what's a few days, weeks?
Well, I am not on that sort of time frame. So let's hope it doesn't take too long to establish ourselves.
Hopefully.
Mary, the best thing I think you could do now is establish yourself as a good performer. That way, when we go to invite you on, it doesn't look suspicious.
I suppose that's true. Well then, I will need to find a place outside of where we left, because... I suppose I'll check in the West District next. Checking out that inn and getting a few jobs here and there and figuring things out. Shouldn't take me too long to establish myself. I'm thinking about 3 days, which does give you enough time to figure things out. But where would you all be staying?
I think we're actually going to look for residents in the Shanty District to the south. That's where a lot of the outsiders found places. Though before that, we need to find an inn with the military, either through some sort of odd jobs, mercenary bullets, or perhaps they are even looking for recruits.
All right. Milo, go ahead and roll persuasion. You don't know why.
do I get advantage?
Yes. 13. 13 is pretty good. And she is trying to be a better person. You see that she does have a choker that has like small jewelry here and there. And she takes one of the small jewels that is like a white crystal with draconic written all over it. It was hard to define it or hard to look at it when it was in the collar itself, but when she removed it, you can see the sigils just fine now. It does read if you have draconic, and I believe some of you do.
I do not.
It's fine if you don't. She's just going to tell you anyways. This is a sending stone. Give it back when you're done, but use this to communicate when I go. I do.
What?
Sorry, I was reading what Aster wrote down. This is a sending stone. Use it to communicate me when you need to. It only works with my own choker, so unless you have, know how to use this, you wouldn't be able to communicate with any other sending stone around. And hands it to Milo.
Okay.
Alright. I'll be gone for a while, maybe 3 days, maybe a week. Not entirely sure of this city. I'm definitely gonna change out of this, and then I'm thinking elven or human. I'll think on it. Uh, good luck. And she heads west or east, technically east. No, I said west beforehand. It's the other end you didn't go to.
Kind of holding it there, like kind of look surprised and kind of look over at, like, cock my head a little bit and look over at Aster and Yoko. I'm like, am I missing something here?
I think she likes you.
Interesting.
Possibly. But yes.
I'll
Maybe.
put the sending stone away.
Yeah. Put the sending stone away. You guys then go. You do have the shantytown. You can definitely go to where she's going. Just like change your form, and you can do that. But you first need to find a place to stay for the night and potentially a few days. That inn is paid for, at least for tonight.
Oh, what time of day is it?
Right around now, it's like 8 p.m. at night. Like, it's dark now, even if the map doesn't show it. But, you know, it's still within the time of people walking in and out here and there.
To be honest, I don't think it's very safe for us to stay in that inn.
I don't think it's going to be much better anywhere else.
So we can stay there for the night then if you feel that way, but other than that, I
think we should spend the night there. It's already getting kind of late, and we can return the keys in the morning so we don't run off with them.
easy enough. So let's head back that way and keep our ear to the ground in case we hear of any ways that we might be able to get in with the military on the way.
When you're heading back, I want everyone to go ahead and roll perception checks to listen in to any potential rumors going on in the city. Well, that's pretty good.
Ignore the second roll. I don't know why it did that.
Guess as good as mine. Okay. I mean, 20 is good enough. I just was wondering if anyone's gonna roll, but that's perfectly fine. As you make your way inside, head upstairs. You guys lay down what current information you guys currently have found. Asher, you did figure out that there is a postage station where it's another inn in town, and there are a bulletin board there that has odd jobs that the military might be able to do, but if other mercenaries would be able to do so, it would greatly help them out, and a reward would be properly given. You also get a bit of information here and there about current initiative of looking for more soldiers with greater strength, besides martial training. You also 20 is pretty good. You also get information on current hunts going on in the outside perimeter of the kingdom. Well, the city kingdom itself, the walls, basically, of a strange creature that currently has a bounty out for it. It has reward, but no actual moniker or information on what the reward is. But it's bright red, warning information. Take it at your own risk. Phantom spirit hunt. It has a weird silhouette image of a giant stag deer with massive horns that curl demonically, and the face itself is almost of that of a nightmare. It's John Luke's State. Might be. You don't know.
We'll probably take care of that.
Seems the most straightforward and the least likely to get us caught up in small level military politics.
It's definitely the fastest route.
I mean, if we establish ourselves as a very capable mercenary group, I mean,
Let's ask about it more in the morning. Good night.
all right.
You guys go to bed without too much of an issue. You do hear more and more boots on the street when you slowly go unconscious. It's not like some magical unconsciousness. You're just tired. You eventually go to sleep. But you do hear like more soldiers, more guards stationed everywhere, like making round after round. You do hear them going like 5 minutes intervals, and then 10 minutes, and then 15 minutes, and then enough time where you can finally go to sleep. It's annoying, but you can clearly tell they're making roundabout checks and wave after wave, looking and examining the place until they themselves go to sleep. Eventually, you wake up early enough in the morning where you take a full night's rest. No one and nothing has killed you in here. Thankfully enough, you paid the price and didn't try to swindle or haggle. You wake up fully rested and fully read through the day. You don't expect the same price as Aster got yesterday, since, well, people in the city are kind of trash, and they don't like people that are not, well, like them. They might still give you a room, but definitely at a higher cost.
We can always just come back as 3 separate people using the cloaks.
That's also true. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm technically an accepted-ish race because of the one on the council. But
I mean,
Yeah,
me
but
too.
you hang out
Apparently
with
being-
us.
But apparently being tall is a crime.
Not really. It's the thing of, hey, you're dealing with them, or hey, you're part of that bad crowd. Kind of situation. Like I lived in a community where it's like people here do bad things, or there was
Association.
some guy, yeah, like some guy down the street steal drugs. You're near this place, you are guilty by association.
yeah. All right.
Unfortunate. And Milo, you yourself are okay-ish. There is someone, thankfully, in the council seat now, but that is super new. So,
Yeah, I have a guard to kill.
yeah,
Oh yeah, what's his name? He can be put on the shit list.
Jefferson.
Jefferson.
I remember exactly what he looks like. I give Aster a detailed description. I even actually draw him.
Okay. You get Jefferson, a 32-year-old human male, dark skin complexion, weird beating eyes as if he hasn't slept for days. His skin itself more or less looks craggly, as if made out of stone, but clearly still flesh, and like built like a door. That's still true. And like
I'm probably bigger than him when I'm in my bear form.
potentially, yeah, and super xenophobic.
On our way to accept this this hunt, as it were, I want to pass by a guard and then use my divine sense.
Okay. You pass through a random guard, and Aster, go ahead and roll one percentage die.
Not ready for that.
74 is pretty good. Now I will roll percentage die. Okay. When you walk past like a random guard on the street, they look towards you like everyone else does, and that specific guard, you sense malice, darkness, and fiend energy just in their core. They still have the whole shell of a human. I'm gonna make this one a human, but there is something fiend embedded into him.
It's just as I was thinking.
I'm thinking out of character that the mages are summoning demons, and then the demons are being taken away to like be given human vessels.
That's what I'm thinking too.
But working theory. Let's just go accept that hunt.
You go towards the posting that has that hunt. You bring it towards the actual person that takes the request, and inside, they do state. I'm assuming you're changed form into different people.
Yes. Aster will still look basically like Aster, but will not have a fucked up body.
Fair enough.
I technically don't have to if they change the way they look, because the only problem I have is because of association.
Sort of. You have the whole. You've been newly accepted, but people are keeping an eye on you.
I mean, I can't do much anything because of I'm a halfling. I'm short. I can't make myself taller or anything.
That is true. Fair enough. What about you, Yoko?
Yeah, she'll use a disguise too.
Alright.
She'll just look human. Probably like she's from Zeno. If they have a distinct look or anything.
But yeah, they have like a more porcelain look to them with like distinctive fashionable clothing. Think very very gaudy silks everywhere. Presenting yourselves as you currently are seen, the person behind does state, "Alright then, you're taking the Phantom Stag mission? That is quite dangerous, you know. But if you do manage to succeed, the reward is by choice of what you decide to do. If you decide to take money, you'll definitely receive the bounty for it, which currently is at 1,000 gold, divided between the party. I'm assuming you're a party. If not, it'll be divided between the members that took the thing down. Besides that, though, if you decide not to take the amount of gold, you will then be allowed to ask for a request by the governing faction that has put this bulletin out.
And who put this bulletin out? if I
The
may ask?
military did themselves. The Phantom Stag has been currently poisoning the mainstream inside the forest, so we do need that taken care of.
Excellent.
Is it a corrupted beast?
More or less, yes. From what we have discerned, some individual accidentally or purposely, we're not entirely sure, summoned a demonic fiend creature from blinking on the name.
Shadowfell?
Thank you. Shadowfell.
Okay. Can I roll it like a? What would I roll to figure out if I've heard of these things?
I suppose history.
What? That's like my third natural 20 tonight.
I guess.
It's getting a little ridiculous.
Looking at this information that you currently have, you can tell that something about this creature is interesting and also very frightening and haunting. From what you know, the Shadowfell itself is where things go to continue their life after death. But, you know, they're dead. If this thing is here, it's likely trying to find a way back, if it's natural or unnatural life, going back to the current place that it is from. This creature is quite powerful, but not, untakeable, according to what you can tell and the information you have. Its general feeling and frustration is towards anything living will immediately attack it, but since the Shadowfell is, the place where things are dead, it's generally calm and peaceful, so getting rid of it is super helpful. Any natural water source that it comes near to will pollute it, and it will take a lesser restoration spell to cleanse the area of its effect. So there's that. Its main purpose and powers that it does have is a shrapnel horn blast, which does a radius effect of 30 feet around its set target of range up to 60 feet. It also has a trample effect that does 3d10 points of damage, bludgeoning. And it also has anti-magical resistance, which means magic against it is halved.
Okay. Do I know, like, it's considered a fiend or monstrosity or?
It's considered technically a natural monstrosity in the fact that it's naturally from the Shadowfell.
I'm just wondering, because I'm wondering if I studied it a little bit, if I could understand it to possibly transform into it.
Maybe, but you've only seen, read, and heard about it. Well, not seen.
I understand.
Images.
But after we go
if
to
you take it
engage
down and like take a sample of it, it's potentially possible. I'm not saying no. But as it stands right now, you've only ever heard of it.
Okay. Interesting. I'd like to study it too, if we can.
If it's possible, and if the individuals that have requested this allow you to, I'm sure you can. Or honestly not sure. It all involves on what you decide to request.
Oh, I mean, I'm gonna study it before we attack it. I mean, know your enemy, right?
I suppose that's true. All right then. He writes down names, please. Group, I'm assuming.
Yes, group.
All right. Names, name of mercenary team, and any other pertinent information you believe we need.
Sorry, I'm looking for something real fast. Give me 1 minute.
No problem. Oh yeah, you roll a natural 20. It's considered a, let's see, medium, large, size after large.
Huge.
Huge creature.
This is gonna be fun. Ooh, I think I just got access to a certain monster.
Group name Equinox Flux.
Very well then. Write it down. Do you guys give like names that are not your own? You don't have to like give me actual names if you don't want to. Or do you lie, or do you give them your actual names?
Yoko's gonna give him a fake name.
Aster will give him the name Retsa. It's Aster backwards.
I knew someone was going to do that.
Not technically a lie.
Yeah. I mean, you're lying to people that kind of don't care. Because you're going on a suicide mission, basically, what he considers. So, write it down. All right, then. And then looks towards Milo. And you, sir?
He doesn't speak common. Not very well.
All right, then. Do you know his name?
I'm joking, of course.
Milo just laughs. Oh man. It's I forgot what I just was thinking about it.
Is it Olem?
Do what?
Is it
No,
Olem?
he's not you.
It's damn it. Art.
Very well then. Each of you will be assigned this mission. You have 24 hours to complete it. If you are unable to complete it, come back here with any numbers you have and any information you do manage to retrieve along the way. There might be some compensation for that if you're able to come back here alive.
Seeing you then.
Very well then. He gives you a missive stating that you've taken the job, and you head over towards the destination. It's clearly been marked. Like, he showed you where it is, so no need to track this thing down, because this thing is massive and not hard to find.
I'd like along the way. I'd like to not approach it right away and try and study it for a little bit, like its mannerisms.
Okay. Stepping far enough away that it doesn't see you, but close enough that you see it. This thing's hard to
I am a sharpshooter, so I assume I can see a decent distance.
Definitely.
Also, it's pretty big.
It's also
Yeah.
super big.
It's also a goddamn Wendigo. What the fuck?
That's a goddamn
Oh!
Wendigo!
It's what are those creatures? Aleshin from Witcher.
Oh yeah, I mean those are just Celtic Wendigo, but yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But when I first saw the picture, I thought about the Witcher, Leshens from the Witcher.
But yeah, looking at this creature, you do see why people don't like it. Yeah, it's pretty far away, but you can also see like dead bodies here and there scattered about everywhere.
Basically, I'd like to learn its mannerisms in the process of learning to be able to possibly take its form at a later date.
All right. Go ahead and roll.
Because with druids, to learn new certain animal forms that they've never seen, they have to study or shape change and study the creatures for a certain amount of time, like their mannerisms, the way they and everything. So.
Yeah, I get it. Go ahead and roll perception.
Advantage, since it doesn't know we're here.
Not really. I don't see any way why you would have advantage. Like, maybe if you're like next to it and like touching it. Oh, that's a 9. You can tell that if you take it down and like observe it, you can definitely like figure it out. But right now, this thing is like too far away. You can tell its mannerisms are vicious and moving about. Like, it's stomping on the ground just to kill the grass underneath it.
2-star creatures are beasts and stuff. What level do I need to be to transform into them?
This one specifically, I enhanced it like a little bit to make it a challenge, but I used it's a challenge rating 3 technically.
So 9.
Yeah, it's based at its challenge rating 3. This guy 5.
Whoa. So 9.
And then to transform into this one specifically, 15.
Okay, what if the challenge rating's 2?
You would be able to change into a lesser form of it, which is still pretty cool. But you wouldn't get this guy until much later.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I wouldn't mind doing a lesser form, and then eventually, once we hit the level mark, being able to transform into it. So, but right now, I'm asking about challenge rating 2. What level do I need to be?
6.
Oh, yeah, 6.
Okay.
But before you interact, before you go out and kill this thing, because you see like a whole bunch of random dead bodies here and there to the left, the right. If you don't see them, they kind of blend in. Like there, that person's twin. There's only so many dead bodies Roll20 gives you, and only so many I remember their names of in my own token set. Yeah, a lot of people have died here. And hopefully you won't be among them. But we'll figure that one out next time, because I still need to find... Well, I found my cat. I just need to now hunt them down. Like you and this damn Wendigo. As we end this session.